Hi, Colin here from King Motors. You've clicked the link to our 2022 BMW 330e M Sport. They're a special car, the M Sports always. They've got some nice spec and touches on them. And this G20, I have to say, it's a massively grown up car over the older model, which is still a fine car. But I do love these things. And as I always say, the best thing we can do is get in it, have a look around. I'll show you the bits and pieces about this specific car. But before we do, I'm going to kindly ask you to like and subscribe, please. It makes a huge difference to a little channel like ourselves, as I always say, and it really helps. So thanks very much. But anyway, from here, let's get inside and have a look. So what do we get that's different in the M Sport? Well, first and most obvious are the seats. Gorgeous leather seats. They're big bucket style seats, completely adjustable lumbar, all that kind of stuff in them. We have the knee support on them. On the outside we get the different front bumper, we get the different rear bumper, twin tailpipes on it, a couple of little badges around it. We get the M Sport wheels, which are really nice on it. And then into the cab, what we get, and this is across the board on them, but it's a big upgrade on the last one now, to be fair. Now I still sell the last one and it's a fine car, but this is much more grown up, and the reason being, you get the big plinth screen in here. It's got wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Oh yeah, the main thing, like the biggest thing on these things, this one has a reverse camera, and they all pretty much have a reverse camera in this G20 model. But the last model, it was so rare, like maybe 10 out of all the units, and we had several hundred of them go through us over the years, had a reverse cam, so that's a real nice touch. It's got this the same big plinth screen, or the same big gauge binnacle as the 5 Series, so you can put your maps, all that kind of stuff into it. What else have we got? We've got this lovely bezeled sort of aluminium trim everywhere in it. Oh, and this one has heated seats, which is a massive thing in these things. But from here, let's go for a quick drive and see what a 300 horsepower mini super saloon drives like. So out driving the M Sport, and like the first thing you're struck by anyway for me is the big thick steering wheel. The inputs are super dynamic, super sharp. It's really alive. This car is very active. But at the press of a button, we can put it into hybrid mode, where it goes back to just being this docile sort of limousine. And with it being an M Sport, my critique of the last model in the M Sport was it was a bit too choppy, a bit too shaky, a bit too focused on that. This doesn't seem to be that way. We've got more tyre, the suspension is a bit more compliant. It's not as harsh a thing to live with in my experience. It's a grown-up car. This feels very much like the 5 Series, the G30 5 Series, it really does. Yeah, it's like a smaller, sort of sharper version of that. And then again, into the sport mode, we get the engine and the gearbox geared solely for sport through the engine and the motor and the gearbox, should I say, through that 8-speed ZF gearbox, which is a work of art. It creates quite an impressive little thing. We've 300 horsepower, 293 or 297 horsepower, can't be sure exactly. But the torque number is outrageous because that motor just generates torque straight off the bat. So it's quite a capable, fun thing, but very elastic in its application. Like my mum would drive this car absolutely fine in the hybrid mode. She wouldn't know it's fast. Press sport, we got a proper car, and it's really good fun. Rear drive, mid-size, well, small, small saloon car, rear drive, 300 horsepower, 8-speed gearbox, paddle changers. It's good fun. Lovely car. But onto this car quickly before we finish, just to show you up and down each side of it. It's arrow straight, as we always say. Like, it's a really good example of it, and we don't get involved in anything tricky. Everything we have has a full clear cartel report supplied with it. But that's kind of it about the car. I'll just move on to us briefly, let you know a little bit about who we are. We were one of the first ever second-hand dealers to be SIMI approved, and now, if we're not we're one of the highest Google rated car dealers in Ireland today. We'd love you to read those reviews and see how other people got on with us. We don't court them, we don't ask people for them, they're completely organic, they just go up. But that's it, yeah. So if you see the ad on YouTube, in the video's description, I'll have put a link. Click it, it'll take you to our ad. It'll show you all the specific details, loads more photos and stuff of the car, how to get in contact with, how to finance, how to trade in your own car. And if you find it on Facebook, just that grey bar underneath the ad, click that and it does the same thing. But that's it again, thanks for watching. Hopefully we showed you some of the nice stuff about it. But that's it again, thanks for watching. Hopefully we will see you soon.